Last week saw the release of turntablist sequel DJ Hero 2, a game we're still not convinced regular human beings have enough fingers to actually play. We recently visited developer FreeStyleGames, where we spoke to creative director Jamie Jackson and the team about the highs, lows and less interesting middles of groundbreaking first DJ Hero.
My name's Jamie Jackson, I'm creative director at FreeStyleGames. DJ Hero 1 started life as a concept with multiple kind of hip-hop elements to it. I've been involved in DJ Hero literally from its very first idea.
For the development of DJ Hero 1, all of the technology was developed from scratch by FreeStyleGames.
And it's technology we've been building for many, many years. It was interesting to kind of turn our tech into a music game.
We wanted to have a different style of games than the ones that were currently out there. There was a lot of rock games on the market and we wanted to appeal to people who didn't want rock games. We started looking at the different sorts of music out there and we locked into the DJ culture.
We started working on new design concepts for games in the area of breakdancing, hip-hop, graffiti, MCing and DJing, and we were looking at different ideas around those areas.
And we started messing around with creating DJ mixes and seeing what gameplay we could get out of them, and then at the same time experimenting with a controller. So we were building controllers out of bits of wood and plastic and
sticky back plastic and a glue gun, and we smashed some stuff apart, wired it up, stuck it back together, and with this kind of Frankenstein controller we all started having a go, and it was really fun, and it was at that point that I knew that we had something special on our hands.
As we changed the controller, that changed the gameplay, which meant we changed the mixes, so we had a very hectic time where we just kept changing all three of those things until we were happy with the core gameplay. Developing the technology during that period was a really big challenge for us.
It didn't take us long, to be honest, to kind of put it into a music game and kind of have highway driven stuff and music driven stuff. The challenges were kind of balancing the graphics that we want to put in there in the background and keeping the frame rate right, because you know frame rate is key with these kind of games. If you drop below 60, the game becomes unplayable.
Another big challenge was getting music for the game, because when you don't have something, it's very hard to convince people that this would be a great thing for them to be involved with. You know, why would a top-selling artist want to be involved with what was a small company at the time? We were a very small company, making something that was not that clear to them. You know, that they couldn't play it. We had a controller that was made out of sort of bits of wood and plastic. You know, it was a hard sell. Obviously, once we joined up with Activision and what we were working on, the DJ game became DJ Hero, that's when everything started to fall into place.
But then there was an expectation challenge as well, because obviously Guitar Hero was out and it had been out for several years when we released our first game, and it's been a phenomenal success. So there was interesting comparisons being made, but I think what's important to realise is DJ Hero is a new game, and it's a new game with new music. So this is not something that's on the coattails of anything else. This is a product that stands up for itself.
So on DJ Hero, the real breakthrough for us was when we decided to move the buttons onto the platter. So on the controller, before that we had buttons which weren't on the platter, and the mixes we were making made much more sense. You got song A and song B, and they're on those buttons and you can scratch them, and then the crossfader. So that was the moment where we suddenly realised this is starting to make sense.
For me, there's been a few kind of, I don't know, eureka moments, if you want to call them that, in DJ Hero. One was the first time we actually played a track that we'd made with the controller we've made. So just the connection to kind of doing something with the controller and the track, that very first time, and the connection to the music, that was pretty major.
And I remember the day we did that, we got controller up and running, and we got a test mix going, and we put it into the main room here, and just started playing it, and we played it all day. Just one crappy little mix, not very long, a minute and a bit, and different people coming in, playing it, and we're all trying to beat each other's score, and the scoring system was a bit broken anyway, but there was enough there for us to play it for the whole day, and when you do that, you know you've got something that's, special.
And that was like major in a development sense, but then there was some stuff that knocked me off my feet, which is much more of a kind of, wow, are we really doing this sense? And I suppose one of them was when we got DJ Shadow.
When the music boys got involved and worked with Shadow, you know, everyone was buzzing off each other in terms of the creativity as well, which made the mixes better.
And then the other one was Daft Punk. You know, I'm pretty sure we're the first computer game to feature Daft Punk, and those guys are very protective over what they do.
It gives us all a buzz from being in close proximity and working with these like superstars.
There's those moments for me that really kind of said, hey, we're doing it. We've got Daft Punk, you know, that's pretty sick. On DJ Hero 2, we've got a whole bunch of celebrity DJs again. You know, we've got Deadmau5, Tiesto, the likes of Qbert coming at it from a DMC scratch style, and then, you know, the RZA, you know, inventor of the Wu-Tang sound.
I actually exist in the digital world, yo.
We feel like there's plenty more direction that we can take with this, and there's lots of areas we can expand into, so we are just exploring new ideas at the moment, and we'll see what happens.
And as for what comes next game-wise, just watch this space.
Keeping your cards close to your chest, hey Jamie? And who can blame him? So we'll be off then, unless anyone has anything else they want to add?
I wasn't sure what our design team would be thinking about for DJ Hero 3, and when I saw the list of ideas that they had, I was quite surprised and actually quite excited. They've got more ideas than I could have possibly conceived of.
DJ Hero 3? Magic. Thanks to Jamie and the boys. Check back next week when they'll be giving us their top tips on how to lay down the smack in DJ Hero 2.